Okay, so we have 5 virtual instrument pianos ranging from $50 up to $500. Are they worth it? Are they good enough? Well, stick with the video guys and you'll find out. Hey everyone, your friendly fast talking cartoon stand Shadow Strider is here, and it was about time that I started doing these videos again. And although it's not about gaming, we're gonna be talking about virtual instruments, about composing, and in this video specifically, I'm gonna show you the 5 virtual pianos that I usually use when I'm creating soundtracks, when I'm making mockups, or anything else. I'm just gonna say that I picked these 5. I think I have a couple more, but these are the most frequent ones I used, and amongst these 5, I typically only use 2 most of the time, and the other 3 occasionally. Their prices range from $50 to $500, so they cover a wide spectrum of range for your budget. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I've actually got the Skyrim, the Dragon Ball soundtrack. We're gonna listen all 5 pianos, then we're gonna go through all of them real quickly, and at the end I'm gonna say which of those 5 I like using and I prefer using most of the time. I just want to say real quickly that if you enjoy the video and the music that I make, don't forget to like, drop a comment, subscribe, and also listen to my music on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer. There's links down below in the description. There's also links to all of my epic music, my anime covers. I do a lot of anime covers, guys, so be sure to check them out. I also do film score, travel music. All links down below with playlist and where you can listen to my stuff. That's about enough self-advertisement for this video. Let's get straight to it. So, we have 5 pianos. Number 1 is Soundirion Montclarion piano, which I have written down. Give me a second, guys. Cost $49 US. That's the first one we have up here. The second one is the Cinematic Studio piano, which is gonna set you back $69 US. On third spot, I've actually put them according to their price. Third spot, we have the Native Instruments, the Giatn. It's $120. I think it's 99 euros. I have the price for this one in euros, so in dollars it's roughly 120, give or take. Number 4, we have Audio Imperia Klavier, or Klavier, I'm not sure. This one is $159 US. And at the end, the most expensive one of the bunch, by Spitfire Audio, and from my favorite composer, Hans Zimmer, is the Hans Zimmer Spitfire Audio piano, which is a $480 US piano. Yeah. The price in euro is 400, I think, if not mistaken. The price in dollars is 480. And there's one piano missing because I haven't actually bought it, but I've heard a lot about it. I've listened to it, and it's a notable mention. It's again by Spitfire Audio. It's a Spitfire Audio orchestral grand piano, which costs 50 euro or 60 US. So it's a good budget option, and I'm just gonna say this straight out. Spitfire Audio makes one of the best VSTs out there, so you cannot go wrong even with their budget options. Okay, enough about that. Let me get these guys opened up. So let's take a listen first to the Montclarion grand piano. Now, I want to really quickly mention that all the pianos are going to use the same MIDI track, which has been kind of optimized. It's actually the Skyrim Dragon Ball arrangement of Kyle Wandry. If you want to listen to him, you can find him anywhere on YouTube. He's a famous YouTube pianist. So my problem with the first one, just real quickly, is that The Montclarion harp piano sounds about alright. It has 3 mic positions. It has a couple of sound design and options. I was supposed to let you listen to all of them one after the other, but I guess we're gonna listen and talk a little bit about them. It has a relatively good amount of control. Doesn't react very well to the MIDI data. I mean, when it jumps, some jumps, especially here, between 80, 90, and 100 are kind of rough and kind of sharp, and you don't have such a precise control over it like on a real piano, and that's something you're looking for when you're buying a piano VST. But it has a lot of controls, body, attack, release. It has an effects rack, which is a lot more useful for chiller and sound design than for authentic music sound, but you have it, so it's a good thing to have. 3 mic positions, it's always nice, controllable to different outputs, awesome. Okay, considering its price, it's a good option. There's a lot worse pianos out there which are more expensive than this one and offer less. And here at least you have a lot of options for sound design if you're not gonna use it just for a piano. Okay, let's move on to number 2, the Cinematic Studio Piano. Right off the bat, a lot more clarity, a lot more control over the velocity. I'd say it's better sounding than the previous one, but I think price-wise, we went up, I think. Wait, let me move these prices over here so I can see them and I don't mistake them. Okay, yeah, I'm an idiot. I actually rearranged them by price. Anyways, this one is a lot more simple. You don't have such design, sound design controls or too many options. You actually have a key noise button, you have a pedal noise button, you have an integrated reverb that you can use, and you have 4 mic positions which you can actually adjust to different outputs. That's it. Simple but effective. It sounds better. I wouldn't say it sounds extremely awesome. It's usable, you can play it, especially the velocity control is as good as it gets on almost any other more expensive virtual instrument piano. So if you're a piano player, you're definitely gonna feel the difference compared to the first one and compared to some of the others that you can buy. And maybe that's probably the strongest winning point of this one, because it's simple and it's what it's supposed to be. It's a piano. It's supposed to be just an awesome sounding virtual piano. Moving on, we have the Giant by Native Instruments. I just can't resist it. The major difference compared to all the other ones is that the Giant is an upright piano, while the other 4 are grand pianos, and that when you record those type of pianos, it makes a huge difference. But nonetheless, the Giant is one of the best, for me, sounding virtual instrument pianos across the board anywhere. And it's probably the best price per performance piano, as I like to call. And yeah, I mean, it sounds great just as a piano, and it has tons of controls, which kind of controversies the second cinematic studio piano that I mentioned. But the Giant has a very nice recording of the original sound. It sounds awesome. It has awesome velocity control, realistic velocity control, and it comes packed with a lot of equalizer. Well, that's not a lot, but still, it has a lot of effects and sound design options that you can use. You have control over the equalizers, you have an executable function which kind of boosts everything else. You can control how soft and how hard the piano is. You have anatomy control, which is going into more details about the sound of the damper and the noises of everything that's going on with the piano, overtone, stereo image. Let's not forget, it does have a lot of options of different reverbs. It doesn't have mic positions, unfortunately. That's kind of the bad part about it. It doesn't have mic positions which you can route to different outputs, but it has a lot of reverb options, and you can make it to fit your any type of soundtrack, any type of track. I'm not gonna lie, this one is one of the two that I use the most. I mean, this is one of my favorites. I started out with the Giant back in, what was it, 2012? Fish or something like that. I'm not sure, but the Giant was amongst the first things that I buy. And if anyone asks me if I can recommend anything, it's buy the Giant by Native Instruments. That's it's not the most budget option, but it's one of the best options for your best buck for the money. Wow, how is the fucking expression? Okay, so it's the best price per performance. We're gonna use the term price per performance. Moving on, we have Klavier by Audio Imperia. Audio Imperia are famous for their sound design stuff, but they have been making a lot of orchestral and other instruments, and they're finding their place there. Let's take a listen first. Okay, so here I'm kind of having mixed feelings for it, because as I mentioned, Audio Imperia are more famous with having their sound design stuff, and you can definitely feel the artificial part in this piano. It sounds great. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mic positions, which I don't think you can route. Yeah, you can, unfortunately, I don't think you can route any of these. Yeah, so you have 6 mic position, organic mic positions, which are supposed to be natural sounding once recorded. So we have 4 close one. Those should be those should be 2 room ones, and one I think is a close up gallery sound, and the other one is should be a surround sound. But anyways, it sounds great, but it sounds a little too medium artificial. You actually do have a control. I actually turned the knob down so it's fully organic sounded. But still, you have 2 options here. You can have sustained sound and staccato sound, and you have the option of activating the synthetic sounds of the piano, which sounds a little bit like this. Let's just take a listen with the synthetic ones. So it's more for sound design, a sound design piano meant for trailers and different aspects of tracks which don't require a classical sounding piano, but more of an artificial one with controls, a lot of controls and differences. You can see you can transpose it. You have control over the release, the pedal, even the velocity range, and you have a couple of effect tracks. So overall, it sounds great, even in its organic state, but you can feel the artificial part of it, and it's not gonna fit places where you require a clean, pure sounding piano, but in places where you have sound design and more ambience and more of a synthetic sound, this one is gonna excel over all of the others, because that's where Audio Imperia excel compared to all of the other developers. And finally, we're gonna go at the cream of the crop, Hans Zimmer piano by Spitfire Audio, the most expensive of them all. And let's take a listen first. I'm not gonna lie, this is my favorite one. As I mentioned, I'm not gonna lie, this one is my favorite one. And I think amongst all of them, ranks first. It does have a premium price, but that premium price is definitely worth it. I mean, the quality of the recordings, the control, the velocity range, everything. It's the most perfect virtual instrument piano you can get out there. And it's awesome sounding. You cannot go wrong with buying this piano if you're gonna use it as a virtual instrument. You can use it for sound design afterwards, but as long as we're going for the pure best sounding piano, this is the one, the cream of the crop, the most expensive one, but also the best sounding in my opinion. You have 4 separate mic positions. You can route them. I recall that you can route them. Yep, you can route them to different outputs. It's again like the cinematic studio piano. It's simple. So you have a little bit of pitch control here, boom, crack, which is it's basically part of Spitfire Audios. They usually put these on almost all of their products. You have stereo width control, you have velocity control, and that's about it. Simple as that. A few controllers down here for dynamics, software, expression, pedal dynamics, and a round robin of 5. Yes, it's expensive, but as you can listen, it has the best velocity control, the best sounds, the most natural movement of the sound of the piano, and the most authentic sounding one to a natural one. Spitfire Audio sampled their stuff extremely well in an extremely high quality way. Considering how much each one of these takes up as a hard disk space, okay, so let's double check that. The Hans Zimmer's piano is a whooping 200 gigabytes of samples and sounds, biggest of them all. The Giatn is a whooping 4 gigabytes. Audio Imperia Klavier is a whooping 12 gigabytes. Oh, Cinematic Studio piano here is 4 gigabytes also. The Soundirion one is 9 gigabytes. Usually this shouldn't be contributing to how good it sounds, but when you compare that the Hans Zimmer piano has 200 gigabytes, which is more than 10 times the other ones, or 20 in some occasions, you know that they've been doing a lot more work, a lot more recordings, and you have the more pure raw power to make a better sounding virtual instrument. It's not only about how much space they take, but that can contribute to having a very good sound. So at the end of the day, I would recommend any 5 of these. If you like how they sound, buy them, use them. I prefer using the Hans Zimmer one and the Giatn. Those are my 2 favorite ones amongst all of them. but I do occasionally use the other 3 as well. These are the 5 most used ones by me. There are other ones out there, cheaper. I don't think there's more expensive ones than the Hans Zimmer one, but I might be mistaken. But if you guys liked how they sound, links in the description to buy any 5 of them. Again, I'm quickly gonna remind you guys that I make awesome epic music, sound design, trailer soundtracks, anime covers. You can check me out on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Shadow Strider. The links are down below, and I've also left a couple of playlist links down below where you can listen to my music on YouTube and on Spotify. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the content, remember, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment if you want me to do the soundtrack or something else, and I hope to see you all in the next video.